Good evening, sir. Ronnie Richardson here, and this is the second part of my IT biography. One of the most profound courses that I have taken at the University of the West Indies St. Augustine campus whilst completing my degree was this course, Communications Technology. I remember when I began the journey, I was wondering what can I learn from communications technology? You know, I actually started this course thinking that it would have been, a breeze, or it would have been just another elective or some course that I could easily fly by. Never did I know that one of the most important courses I would have taken at the university would have been this course. This course have equipped me with skills that I was able to utilize in my other disciplines, in my other areas, even as I traversed through university. One of the most important elements of the course for me was the writing and thought. This element of the course gave me the opportunity to express myself, the opportunity to make a connection, the opportunity to ensure that I monitor what I was learning and put myself in a position where I could have applied what I was learning in the classroom to what I was living. Now, Lester et al. 2008 notes that culture has become inextricably bound up with complex technological systems. As such, they believe that it is almost inevitable to separate culture from the ever-changing technology and the impact that it can have on culture and, by extension, human existence. For me, I am an adherent of the social constructivism theory. And like many other culturalists like Mackenzie and Wickham, I am also of the firm belief that technology does not have a determining effect on culture or any other aspect of human life and or existence. In fact, I believe that human actions instead shape technology. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that technology is not important. I'm just saying that I believe, because this course has opened my mind so much as it relates to technology and the impact and influence that technology can have on culture. So I'm just saying that I believe that human actions, human beings, we are the ones who will determine or we dictate technology and not technology dictating us. Lister and Giddens assert that at the very least, we face on one hand a rapid and ongoing set of technological experiments and entrepreneurial initiatives, and on the other hand, a complex set of interactions between the new technological possibilities and established forms of media. Now, a question that I have never before contemplated was a question that was asked in the course. What was really new about new media? For me, I have been interacting with technological devices, with technology on a whole, for quite a while. I have been interacting also with media platforms, media forums, you name it. But never ever have I ever sat down and taken the time to make a connection between what was media in the past and what is media now. What really is new about media? This question had me thinking a lot throughout this course. And for me, I took a different view of it. Because what I settled with is that media is not necessarily new. Because we had radio, we had newspaper, we had television, we had all of these things. But I believe what is new is the possibilities that the media has to offer today. The fact that media and technology is transcending boundaries. I remember being home during the pandemic and doing school online. And when I reflect and I think about all of this and, the importance of technology to me, I'm thinking that maybe I may be wrong that I'm not seeing what really I should be seeing in terms of what is new about media, but I'm thinking that the possibilities are so endless. The possibilities themselves are so unique. That I believe that this is what is really new about media. Now, one of the concepts that stood out to me, and that is even more so modern today and more so in our faces, is that of the global village. Yeah. Now, Marshall McLuhan, as we would have discovered in class, spoke about the global village. And when I was making a comparison between the globe and the whole idea of a global village, I had to come to the conclusion that we do live in a global village. Now, as I was saying, Marshall McLuhan came up with this term to describe how human beings are increasingly connected by electric or electronic technologies, which virtually eliminate the effects of space and time. And for me, and I would always use this as my testimony, being in St. Vincent and attending school in Trinidad during a pandemic, that made me feel as though I was a part of a global village. To me, that put the icing on the cake, because this speaks to the essence, to one of the pillars of this course for me, that technology was able to help me or to facilitate me completing 2 years of my university degree online. And it was because of this why I was able to handle a double major between communication studies and history. And believe you me, technology has been manifesting itself, in throughout my program and throughout my life in general. Another question that I think stood out to me was whether or not technology was neutral. I have never before given consideration to this question. Is technology neutral? Now, I see myself as, a little social media influencer. I may not be on a scale like many other influencers, but what I realize and what this particular question has caused me to do is to engage in a period of introspection. And I have realized that even when I post, whatever I think is funny, that's what I post. Whatever I think is important, that's what I post. And so it begs the question, is technology really neutral? And the answer to that is no. Now, I did not understand the concept of algorithms and all of that. I've heard these terms before, I must admit, but I did not understand fully what they mean. And come to think of it, this course has taught me that when we're talking about technology and we're talking about media, we are talking in a sense about algorithms. And algorithms dictate to a large extent our lives. And for me, coming to this realization that technology is not neutral, but rather it is based on, the biases that people who create these algorithms would have injected in them. This has opened my eyes, a great deal as it relates to how I use the internet, how I use social media, how I engage and interact with technology. And this is one of the biggest takeaway for me from this course. As I said in the first part of my IT biography, I use social media a lot. And one of the things that I know I am going to do is that I'm going to be more mindful when I'm using technology. I'm going to be more careful of the information I put out there. I'm going to be more careful as to how I use technology and how I use my influence to reach my target audience and to reach the people whom I'm influencing. Now, I mentioned as well in the first part of my autobiography that in my opinion, information and communication technologies are indeed two of the most important concepts of the 21st century. And I must say that I am sticking with this. This course has really opened my mind. I've met so many instances, so many examples of situations where technology would have influenced decisions. Technology would have spoken to issues such as racism, masculinity, power, struggle. And for me, without information, people will perish. But I'm not going to perish for a lack of information, because this course have broadened my scope. It has broadened my horizon. I'm really thankful that I did this course. I can leave the walls of the University of the West Indies and I can look back and I can be satisfied with the choice that I made to have sat down in this class, intercultural communications technology. I now fully understand the link between technology and communication, and how technology impacts communication and can take it to leaps and bounds that we can't even imagine. For me, this class was indeed profound, and I cherish every moment of it. I thank you.